Hello, peace seekers. I am Lucas, the creator of this channel, World Peace. Today, I'm going to explain why Donald Trump and Bibi Netanyahu are pushing for policies that could lead to the forced displacement and genocide of Palestinians among all the current war crimes of Israel and the violent terror attack of Hamas, and how we can stop this. With a simple solution, a transparent Palestinian referendum. What is a referendum, you ask? A referendum is a direct vote where the people decide on an important issue, such as their political future or governance. In this case, it would allow Palestinians to make their own decision about their land. Before we dig in, I will add some context. The world is on the brink of self-destruction. 89 seconds till the apocalypse had been reported. The Israeli-Palestinian conflict has entered a dangerous new phase. Yet, the voices of the Palestinian people remain ignored. For decades, this conflict has been controlled by powerful governments and geopolitical interests, but never by those suffering on the ground. Now there's talk of forced removals, aiming to erase an entire population from their land. Trump claims Palestinians would love to leave Gaza, branding it inhospitable, while proposing to take control of it. Netanyahu, meanwhile, expands settlements in the West Bank with U.S. support. Senator Tom Cotton introduced a bill to replace West Bank with Judea and Samaria in U.S. documents, reinforcing Israel's claim. These actions could have severe consequences, with Egypt and Jordan warning that forced displacement could be a declaration of war. Tensions with Iran are also rising over reported incoming preventive Israeli strikes on Iranian nuclear facilities, increasing the risk of a regional conflict. Turkey, which has supported Palestinian causes to counter Iranian influence, sees an opportunity to assert itself as the main defender of Palestine, further isolating Israel diplomatically. And yet, despite endless suffering and failed peace efforts, one solution has never been seriously considered: asking the Palestinian people what they want. Gaza has its own unique history, separate from the ancient Israelite kingdoms. It was historically part of Philistia, home of the Philistines, where the name Palestine originates. Over time, it came under Egyptian, Assyrian, Babylonian, Persian, Greek, and later Islamic and Ottoman rule. It was never a core part of the ancient Israelite or Judean kingdoms. Removing Palestinians from Gaza today would not only erase centuries of history, but also attack its indigenous identity. During the British Mandate, from 1917 to 1948, Britain ignored Palestinian self-determination while facilitating Israel's creation. Palestinian Arabs were denied a state, while Zionist militias, using violent tactics such as the 1946 King David Hotel bombing, pressured for Israel's unilateral establishment. The ongoing displacement of Palestinians continues this pattern of disenfranchisement and risks becoming yet another war crime and possible genocide. This referendum ensures Palestinian voices are heard rather than silenced by foreign powers. Ending the cycle of one of the main causes is that all proposals failed in the past. It's because they all ignore the Palestinian people's will. Legitimize any solution chosen. Here are some examples of the options Palestinians may choose. 1. A new, internationally supervised solution chosen by the people. Let them decide on an alternative solution for the problem. 2. A sovereign Palestinian state with recognized borders. Classic two-state solutions. 3. A binational state where Israelis and Palestinians share governance. 4. A three-state solution with Gaza and the West Bank as separate entities. 5. Trump and Netanyahu's proposed solution, the forced displacement of Palestinians. 6. Palestinians in the West Bank become Israeli citizens, and Palestinians in Gaza become U.S. citizens. Warning: those options are just an example. Professionals in the field should redact the document. To ensure fairness, this referendum must be conducted under international supervision, possibly by the United Nations or neutral states. It must guarantee safe voting conditions free from coercion, inclusion of Palestinians in Gaza and the West Bank and refugee camps, secure, tamper-proof voting systems, independent monitoring by human rights organizations, live streaming of vote counting for transparency. Warning: this is only an example of what the referendum should look like and be implemented. And we advise that if something like this is decided, we need feasibility studies first, and the correct lawmakers and professionals to elaborate and implement the referendum and the voting system. Despite past opposition, this time a referendum could serve U.S. and Israeli interests if structured with incentives. If the options offer security and economic benefits, Palestinians may consider alternatives they previously rejected. A legitimate referendum would hold global weight, making any outcome more enforceable. The only way to prevent another failed peace process is to let the Palestinian people decide their future. But the truth is clear. The powerful will not surrender control easily. They thrive on division, war, and chaos. That's why the world must speak up. That's why action is needed. Share this message. Demand a real solution. Push for a referendum that finally gives Palestinians a voice. The future depends on what we do now. Stand for justice. Stand for peace. Stand for humanity. And if you want to know our ideas on solving this and other conflicts, check our guidelines on achieving world peace in the description box below. Thanks for your time. Now I'm out of here. You can do as you please. Peace. Bye.